Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, class. This is Professor Coyote, welcoming to a new Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4. And we'll explain what's going to go on here in a bit, but I want to get a couple things out of the way first. First off, I'm sorry I haven't recorded anything in about 2 weeks. I got a flu, and it knocked me right on my keister right after I finished about that 42nd episode. So that's why nothing's been up for about a week and a half, or about a week or so. As you can hear in my voice, I'm still a little bit on that, but I wanted to finally get things going out. I'm finally feeling a little bit better, and I wanted to get that out. So, rather than just immediately go back into the old recordings, I have been promising I was going to do something new for a while. Now, obviously, this isn't quite new. This isn't a new show or a new game. It is a new series, though. As I said, I'll explain on what we're going to start, although, obviously, from the title, you can tell what it's going to be. But to answer a few questions, yes, I am going to go back to Civ 6 pretty quickly. I'll get that going. Yes, I am going to continue Ethiopia for about as long as it goes. It probably won't be for much longer, but whatevs. Excuse me. And I am still going to be doing a couple more stuff, like raids and a couple other fun things. Well, I do want to get off the ground again and keep going. I wasn't quitting. I wasn't giving up. I was just being sick. So what we're doing here is I want to do something for fun on EU. I think the biggest problem with doing the Ethiopia run was that I was chasing a pretty hard achievement as one of my first series, and that wasn't exactly fun. I mean, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun playing Ethiopia, but with having that goal in mind of always doing the Prester John, always doing the Blessed Nation, and then because I don't want to, unfortunately, because that's probably not going to happen, I might actually mark that down as a bit of a failure, and I kind of don't want to do that for my next couple of series. I want to have some fun. I mean, like, my Civ 6 game's having fun because I don't have an actual, yes, I might win the game, but I don't have an actual, achievement to chase. And that's what I'm going to do here. Here, what we're going to do is, actually, I'm going to do my first custom nation game. What it's going to center around, and like I said, as you can see on the map, is we're going to go to the pretty country that is Wales. Yes, we're going to be doing Wales, which I'd actually, since this is Professor Coyote and I am with a historical bent, I would like to nitpick here. Wales should be a starting country. With all the different things that goes on here, you've got Sweden, Norway under Denmark, personal union. You've got half of the Russian stuff under a personal union, and all sorts of little tiny countries that are there for a blip. Wales, honestly, should be one of them. It should not start as already part of England. And let me go in with a real quick history. The reason why it should not be starting off as part of England is because at this time, 1444, Wales still is sort of independent. Excuse me. Now, yes, I hear you say, but Professor Coyote, England ran over them in the 12th century? Something like that? Technically, it was the 13th century, when, let's see, look at these names here. Llewellyn ap Gruffydd, in 1282, when he up and keeled over, England fully took over Wales. It signed, and the Prince of Wales becomes, a big whoop-de-doo. But I counter. In 1405, let me see here. There was a Prince of Wales named Owen, and I'm going to be butchering Welsh because Welsh is one of the hardest entire languages to actually try to wrap your tongue around, as opposed, up there with Finnish. Owen Glyndwr. In 1404, he led an uprising to make Wales independent again. And this actually didn't resolve until about the 1530s, with the full-on rights of union. So therefore, I posit in EU4 that Wales should exist as at least a personal union country. Therefore, we are going to be starting with Wales. Now we're going to have to make Wales, because there's only 3 ways to start the game with Wales. Number 1, you have to have the mod. There's like 3 or 4 bazillion mods out there, or 3 or 4 major mods anyway, that have Wales starting off as a, excuse me, independent country. I don't want to do with mods. Mods are a pain in the ass sometimes. 2, you have to go in, start the game, and beat up on England, split them out, and then Wales exists as a country. That is, again, a bit of a pain, because I don't want to have to start the game and then keep trying to beat up on England as France or Scotland or who the hell cares in order to do that. I guess you could argue you could also be England and then just split Wales out and immediately flip over to Wales. But I want to start the game as Wales. So this is the 3rd way. You go in and you make Wales. Now, excuse me. So we're gonna be taking the 3 Welsh counties provinces as the game states. That's Gwynedd, Glamorganshire, and for some odd reason, granted, I'm not going to be casting aspersions here. Paradox is Swedish, so I don't know. I don't know why Cornwall is Welsh. Cornwall is at least Cornish, but even then, that's still Southern Britain Celt. It's not Welsh. It's kind of its own thing, if not just British anyway. But they have, as you can see here, Cornwall is counted as part of the Welsh culture. So you know what? Since we're going to be starting as Wales and we kind of need that clay, Cornwall will be part of Wales. It's going to be a bit of a pain, because that means we're going to have to try, it'll be cut off from Somerset and Gloucestershire, yes. But we're going to see how that goes. If this is a bit of a pain and England always just kicks in the butt and the stuff, then we'll go back and maybe I'll throw in Marshes instead of Cornwall and just kind of do a land grab and a trade for a player to be named later, that kind of thing. Excuse me. But for now, we will go make the Welsh things into Wales. So Gwynedd, while yes, technically Gwynedd is the northern part of Wales, this is still Wales. Now the cool part is, I should be able to go in and either change these Gwynedian ideas, or let's make them a nice light aqua here. I should be able to change these ideas, because though it can't start as Welsh, Paradox, at least through the wiki, does have Welsh programmed in, so I should be able to go in and change the ideas and be able to actually make it Wales. I need to go in and change the points here, because I don't want to start with 200 points. So, give me a quick second here. Excuse me. Nope. Bear with me. This is the first time, like I said, I've made a custom country, so I'm trying to remember how you change your points here. Through the map. No, I think... Okay, I think this is what I did here. Options. Yeah, there we are. We're going to go for a bit of an easy setup, just for funsies, because I want to see what the ideas might be going a bit... Excuse me. Or anything. So we're going to go with an easy setup. And we're going to go back in here. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Alright. That didn't change long. Go back to our light teal. And of course, good old Wales. Well, let's spell Welsh right, shall we? And if I remember, the red dragon should be here in one of these emblems, because for some reason they gave Wales this 4-lion flag. Yeah, I know that may not be historically accurate, because the Welsh flag sort of comes in case. No, that's not right. Actually, let's change the background first, because that's bothering me. So this first episode is probably going to be largely just, obviously, making Wales and then seeing how it started. Actually, let's see. on. There we go. There's a white. And we need a dark green. There we go. Apparently you can't change the emblem. Oh, whatever. Come on. He's in here somewhere. I remember watching Dark Fire Slide make Yule, and I could swear I saw the Welsh dragon in there. Come on. No, there's a lot of horses. There's a lot of eagles. And a lot of lions. Darn. Really? You guys are mean. Nope, that's that. That's the Finnish dragon. You can make Canada, but you can't make the Welsh flag. Go figure. Excuse me. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have to do... Where is he? I did see at least a rampant dragon. Oh, was there? There he is. All right, well, so we'll have to do this. Unfortunately, of course, the Welsh dragon is where he's oh, I can't remember what the heraldic term. He's just standing there. He's got his hands up. But here is going to have to be the rampant version of let's see, I believe the Welsh dragon name is... I don't have to get it right. Welsh dragon name is, of course... Cadwalder. Well, give me a quick second here. I'll be right back.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay. All right. Anywho, so unfortunately, we have to go with this rampant version instead of the usual one because you can't make the Welsh flag and, well, at least the traditional Welsh flag. But they've got their other one. Alas and alack. Let's see here. Let's do a bit of an appropriate name since it is 1444. So we want to have... Gotta get... It's the problem with only having the one laptop is I don't have the two screens to go back and forth. Let's see if I get this right. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? All right. So, we're going to go, because we'll say Owain and his dynasty is... How do you spell this? GlYndwr. GlYndwr. It doesn't have it won't have the caret above the W, but so we'll say Owain here did succeed. This is 1444, so we'll make him 35. I know it's he'll be a little young. He started his rebellion back when he was 5. Woo! But I wanted to make him 35. Let's see if we can get these going. We'll do... Oh... Let's give him a little bit of a leg up. So, how about... Fierce Negotiator isn't right. Immortal. There's the Immortal Darkfire Slide. You have to have 800 points to make him immortal. That would be great, but I don't have 800 points. Did I call him Darkfire Slide? Yeah, I got actually. No, it's Darkfire Slide. Now I've got trade efficiency already. How about Benevolent? No, he doesn't. Otherwise, no. I don't want to make it. Idea. He already is like. No. National West. There we go. We'll give him Midas touched, because we're going to give him 5s. We're going to give Owain here a little bit of a leg up. I mean, it's 44 points, so what the heck. So we'll have natural attacks modifier plus 10, and we'll have trade efficiency plus 10. So we have a little bit of a leg up, financially speaking. The other names we'll keep, and we'll keep the heir actually the same. Everybody will have 5s to start with, but he will not be strict. You know, he'll be strict. That way he'll be disciplined. We'll make him 10. Nope. We'll not make him fertile. We'll make him 10, though. Yeah. That way Owain here has a little bit of time to work. In fact, we'll make Owain 30. There we go. His consort. We'll make her 5s, too, because that doesn't cost much. She's not greedy. I hate greedy. How about just? Yeah, there we go. We'll make her just. So it's 67 to 400. See, I almost wanted to do the 200 points. But we'll see how the ideas go. So we have Welsh culture, which should exist, I believe. Might be under British. Yes, good. So the ideas might already be existing. That's great. Might as well start among Catholics since they're on the islands. Western. Yeah, might as well start despotic. Empire? Nah. We'll be honest, we'll just make him a kingdom. Now here we've got the ideas. Now, I'm going to keep these for right now. Let me go back and forth, check to see whether those match up with what EU has for the Welsh people. The Welsh ideas. All right. So, at least according to Paradox, the EU wiki, the tradition should be +1 attrition for enemies and +10% morale for armies, which is absolutely not here. Okay, well, that's fine. That's what we're going to be doing here. So, attrition, so 1. And we've got morale, 10%. So that checks out so far. The ambitions should be 25% land forest limit modifier. That is... Well, okay, we can't do 25%, so we'll just do it a full 30. Actually, no, we'll do it at 22.5%. So that's their ambition. No, we'll put it back to 30. I don't care what this says. And that's why we put the 400 points, so we can imbalance if we want to. And sorry if this is going to be a bit of a long episode. This is just setting up. I might just name this number 0. Okay, so we've got our first one. Stability cost modifier. Ooh, that's in. Okay. Oh, I wish they would... Let's see. Sinuliad. Now, of course, if I had gone through the trouble of releasing Wales as a country, I'm sure all this stuff would have actually started, but I didn't want to go through that problem, so I'll make more trouble for myself. Alright, so that's the stability cost, is the first idea. Next is Bardic Literature, +1 yearly prestige. That's regular prestige. Yearly prestige. +1 due to a strong tone of Bardic Literature. Alright. Sifrith Hyvel. National Unrest. I believe that's happened still. National Unrest of 1. What's that called? It is Cyfraith. Hyvel. Alright. And then next is yearly legitimacy. That's a lot of admin. Yearly legitimacy of 1. That's underneath Friday. Let me see if I get that right. UNBENNAETH. Dang, I got it good. Pridean. I believe that is, well, I'm not going to try and translate. But it's probably like pride in your country, which is not right at all. But that's what I'm calling it now. Economic revival is our next one. Is infection efficiency 10. And of course, the Welsh are. Very industrious. And this is at least the base. I might be actually upping some of these to give myself a little bit of a better base once this is all put in. Minus 10% idea cost is... Let's see, what is that called? That is... P. Not right now, not right now. Sorry, my cat's deciding to help in the way the cat can, which is not at all. P-R-Y. P-R-I-F-Y. Golem. Actually, I think it's G-O-I-L-N. G-O-L-I-O-N. G-O-L-I-O-N. What? Well, you know what? That's fine. And then, it's just Cymru. See. All right. That's interesting. Oh, and then the Welsh Church, which is a double deuce, so... The Welsh Church gives +1 tolerance of the true faith and +1 missionary strength versus heretics, but I can't translate that into an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? There. We'll just have to do it that way. Because the last idea is Welsh Church, which is tolerance of true faith and +1 missionary strength versus heretics. But there's not a way to kind of cram both of those in there. So we'll have to entirely do it that way. Yes, and apparently the Welsh ideas are all admin. I mean, you've got three military. You got 2 base traditions and an ambition that's military, but you have 0 diplomatic, and that's fine. Okay, so that's everything to start with so far. Oh, I guess that's the Welsh Church. So what do we actually... So we bumped the missionary strength up to a 1.5 to give sort of an even, both tolerance to the truth, faith, plus the 1 plus heretics. So that's going to be a 1.5 in general. For our start, we've got another 50 points to play with. So, oh, what the heck? Let's just do a morale 20%. It'll go 398 points even. And that's how we're going to start. We are going to start with Wales, having 3 pieces of clay. At 22 development, I mean, we're not going to do great. We'll probably have to largely go against Ireland here. We have 1 fort, probably here in Gwynedd. We have our ideas, which is very strong in admin, but with a little bit of starting off strength. We've got that strong Welsh pride here at a 20% morale of armies. Right here at the beginning tradition. 5s all around for our leaders. Make the Glyndwr dynasty very strong. And we're going to hit done. Your nation's name is already used by another country. No, it's not. Yeah, it's there, but it's not really used. That sucks. There. Because we'll have to be Wales. But we'll all know. We'll all know what it really is. Alright. I have to do Wales with 2 S's because it's not letting me do Wales. Alright. So, do we want to select or modify Wales? We'll select them to start the game. And let me check. Time check here. Let's play. Let's go to... As much as I want to do Iron Man mode on this, we are doing it just for fun, so we might want to go back a couple episodes in case we need to. So we're going to start with normal mode. Actually, no. Because there are some custom... there are some potential custom achievements that can go in through Iron Man, so let's see how it goes. We'll hit play. Start Wales 1. Sorry about some of those names that you saw on there. That was my getting frustrated at Danelaw, but I did actually get the Danish stuff finished, so I might actually just clear that stuff out. Anyway. Excuse me. So we're going to stop the episode right here. Right as the game gets really started. As you see here, we've got, they're starting off with 12 ships. We've got an army of 6. And we're looking to see who likes us and who doesn't on the next episode. So, thank you very much, class, for embarking with me with this long kind of blah of starting Wales as our country. We will see how long this experiment runs. If I have to run it again, if I have to start from scratch, we'll see. Worst comes to worst. Hopefully you'll enjoy it with me. So, thank you very much, class. I hope you have a very excellent rest of your day. And with that, class dismissed.